Welcome guys, thank you so much for joining in. So if you are here to find out what is happening right now with price action Bitcoin and also what kind of scenario could be playing out next, then this is the right video, because in this video I'm going to show you different scenario in different time frame where the price of Bitcoin might be possibly heading. And if that is exactly what you wanted to hear, then come on, hit that like button. And for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. Now, without wasting any time, let's jump into the content. So guys, as you can see, we are going to jump straight here in a weekly time frame, because in a weekly, I have been very clear. For us, the most important line of support is this 50 weekly moving average, because in the past Bitcoin price action, if you go back here from 2014, when we had this price correction and price lost the support from this 50 weekly moving average, that brought us all the way towards this 200 weekly moving average before starting this new trend here to the upside. In 2018, we had this similar scenario. Retracement, price found support at this 50 weekly moving average, had a really nice bounce here, but you can see second time the same line acted as a resistance. We had this pullback, brought us all the way towards the 200 weekly moving average. Similar scenario also unfolded here in 2019. Support from this 50 weekly, right, relief rally got rejected, and a bigger pullback along with this black swan event that brought us towards the 200 weekly moving average, right? And now I have said in a weekly, if we lose the support from this 50 weekly moving average that is lying around $38,684, the price of Bitcoin could be showing an actual sign of weakness. Because if this similar scenario is going to play out, then maybe, who knows, right? If this is going to continue, right, then we could be also getting gravitated towards the 200 weekly moving average. But now this is too early to call this kind of price movement. I'm just showing you the worst case scenario for now, right? But if in general, in a weekly, you can see the price right now should regain the support around this 0.236 Fibonacci extension line that is lying around 43,000 price area. Because if we do find support from this Fibonacci extension line, right, then we could be expecting some more range bound type of scenario playing out for Bitcoin before choosing an actual trend direction. And I have been very clear on this one. But if you look to the downside, the indicators doesn't look that good. Why? Because even though this is a bullish crossover, the bearish crossover might be happening very soon. If you look to the downside again with the RSI line now has started to appear below 50 level, and that is also in favor of bears. So that's why we have to be very careful, guys. This true strength indicator already flashed this bearish crossover, and T3CCI is still in a positive territory. So out of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different indicators, MACD, T3CCI, and this moving averages could be still in favor of bulls, but the RSI and true strength indicator is in favor of bears. So now what we don't want is this MACD and also the T3CCI starting to appear in a negative territory. And if that happens, guys, then we have to be very careful, because that would indicate also in a bigger time frame a clear sign of weakness. But if you look at this in a daily time frame, now if you look at this price action of Bitcoin starting in a daily time frame, guys, you can see if you monitor these moving averages and also the price action in a daily time frame, the moving averages might be crossing over very soon. And what does this actually mean? Because if you see this 50 exponential moving average at the top and this 20 exponential moving average in the bottom, guys, then that is also a possible sign of weakness. Just like here from past Bitcoin price action, you can see when the red line, which is the 50 exponential moving average, appears at the top and this crossover happens with 20 exponential moving average, after that the price had showed a clear sign of weakness. And now you can see this crossover happened here. After that we had this bigger pullback. Similar crossover happened here. We had this price pullback, just like with this Williams alligator indicator which I showed you on my yesterday's video. So that's why if we do see this crossover also happening today or tomorrow, that must be also taken into consideration, because that will be a clear sign of weakness also here in a daily time frame, because the MACD, RSI, T3CCI in a daily time frame are already very bearish, guys. So please do not over leverage yourself at this current stage, because we can still see market being very volatile here in the upcoming days. And if you look at this in a bit different way, guys, we did talk about this broadening bottom, or also you can say broadening wedge type of scenario on my yesterday's video, because we were aware the upper line area of this broadening bottom was a strong line of resistance, and we said if we do see any sort of a pullback, the same line here could be acting as a support. And that's why when we had this bigger pullback, you can see we found support at this upper line area of this broadening bottom. But the next time you can see we broke below it, and the same line that acted as a support here, right? Acted as a resistance, and now we are also seeing this price pullback type of scenario. So what we want, if Bitcoin bulls wants to defend this price action, then we have to overcome this obstacle and clearly break above this rising trend line that could be lying around 45 to 46,000 price range. So that's why 45 to 46,000 is for bulls the most important line we have to overtake, because if we do lose the support right now and price also fails to come across this 45 to 46,000 range, then that is going to be a clear sign of weakness and potential downward price movement for Bitcoin, because not just only in a daily but also if you look at this in a smaller time frame, you can see here. So now if you look at this price action of Bitcoin here in a smaller time frame, guys, you can see according to the CPI indicator, the price of Bitcoin could be forming a very nice double bottom type of scenario around this price range. And we are aware if this trend is going to continue, the first target is going to be this bottom CPI line, and this bottom CPI line is lying around $43,938, or let's say 44,000 price range. So if this is an actual double bottom right here in this manner, and price is ready for this new move here to the upside, the first price target is the bottom CPI line, that is 44,000, and the second price target and also the most important price target is around 45,000 price range, because the neckline from this double bottom and also that is the central CPI line. So unless the price is not going to regain its trend between this 45 to 46,000, we could still see a lot of weakness in price action of Bitcoin. So if this if this is going to fail, I mean the double bottom scenario is going to fail and price is not even going to see this movement around this bottom CPI line, a pullback, that in that case, guys, the lower price target from the CPI line has already been placed, and that is sitting around 39,400 price range. So this is one scenario we also have to take into consideration, because in a 4-hour time frame, if you look at this price structure a bit differently, guys, you can see here I have showed all of this scenario on my yesterday's video. If you have watched it properly, guys, you know we did talk about this descending channel type of scenario that was playing out for Bitcoin, and we were also aware that in the past Bitcoin price action, this price movement was a descending channel, and every time when we got a rejection between this 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci line, you can see here, right, between this 0.618 to 0.5 Fibonacci retracement line, we got a rejection, because as a dead cat bounce scenario, the price is never going to close above this 0.618 in our case. And after that, we saw this price pullback type of scenario, right? And now again, if you take this Fibonacci, I talked about this on my yesterday's video, guys, because you can see here we also got a rejection between this 0.61 and 0.5 Fibonacci line, just like here from past Bitcoin price action. But now, right now, if this is going to be playing out more as a double bottom, as I've already said you, then we have to break out of this 45,000 price range, because breaking the neckline, the most important resistance line around 45,000, if this is going to get broken, then this is a very, very good sign. Why? Because you can see then we are also going to break out of this upper line area of this descending channel, which previously acted as a resistance. So if we break out of this 0.618, which is around 45,000, and also according to the CPI lines, you can see the central CPI line exactly here in the middle, that's also lying around 45,000. So you can see if we do break out of this 45,000, then the price of Bitcoin could be more likely to continue this rally at least towards this 0.786, that's lying around 46,800 price area. But getting rejection before even running this high could also trigger another pullback towards the lower line area of this descending channel, guys. So let me wrap all this thing for you. For bulls to take control, we have to overcome this resistance from this 20 exponential and 50 exponential moving average, that must be around 45 to 46,000 range. And also according to this broadening bottom, the bulls must defend and also break out of this resistance line, the upper line area of this broadening bottom. And this broadening bottom upper line area, you can see, is also around 45 to 46,000 price range. So that's why this 45 to 46,000, not just only here but also using the CPI line, is a very, very important line for bulls to hold or also break above that. If that is going to happen, then guys, the price is more likely to continue here to the upper direction. But getting rejection before even reaching this 45 to 46,000 range is going to be a very, very dangerous sign for us. So these are some of the scenario I thought sharing with you in today's episode. If you enjoyed my work, then please hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, come on guys, hit that subscribe button and the bell. Now by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.